Hi, everybody. You just got done watching one of the most listless second half of a football game you will ever live to see. Final score of the Browns win 22-13, second half, which was totally unincredible and was. Hey, I'm yawning. I'm literally yawning. It's hard to assess when you're watching people who are just not going to make the team. One thing I wanted to point out before we get into just more of what happened in the first half. How would I put this in a constructive way? If you can't see the difference between Snoop Huntley and Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders, or you can't see the difference between DTR and Kyle McCord and Jalen Hurts, if you can't see with your own eyes, I mean, the second that second half begins, it's like passes being batted down at the line of scrimmage. Now, the thing is that Dylan Gabriel is short, but he wasn't getting balls batted down.
No.
But, and both teams were like saying, we don't have a quarterback, so fuck it. We're going to throw the ball sideways. I mean, how many balls, two steps and throw the ball out in the flat? How many times? And it's like, well, there's a greater likelihood that no one's going to get hurt doing that. And that's it.
Well, I think you nailed it there.
I mean, it was just like, well, we know what they're going to do because, I mean, God only knows when Kyle McCord tried to throw the ball down the field, the ball was closer to Syracuse than it was to his receivers. And honestly, Snoop Huntley, forget about it. I mean, he's not even an NFL quarterback. And DTR, hang up your cleats, get a job, do something that isn't going to hurt you, and don't play for the Birmingham Stallions. Don't do something stupid. Do something with your life.
Here's a quarter. Go ring your telephone your mother and say you're not an NFL player.
Yeah, it was hard to watch. It was like, well, DTR, he was who we thought he was. Yeah, he looked exactly the same for them that he did for us. I mean, he's just this little mouse of a man who was lost in a mountain
help me.
Yeah, backup scrubs who were surrounding him. And just, and we actually got to see one finally where he fades back to pass. He's in trouble and he's in the grasp and he just throws the ball and it's intercepted. I mean, you just want to say, God, it doesn't just happen to us. It's him. He just blows. All right. I'm sure that he could do something good in life. I'm not going to ridicule him as a man.
Yeah.
I'm
sure he's a very nice lad. So anyway.
Now, as far as probably the most significant thing that happened today was the unfortunate comment by Dylan Gabriel on the NFL Network after, he was taken out for the second half. And they and whatever Chidi Akwanahua was interviewing him, and she asked him, about himself, and he goes, well, there are entertainers and there are competitors, and I'm the competitor. And it's like,
God.
I don't understand. Why would you say that?
Yeah, that's appalling.
I mean, and it shows me a total lack of class. When you have a microphone in front of you on national television, it is the NFL Network and it goes national, and you say something stupid like that, it's going to come back to haunt you. And look, they're different personalities, obviously. Shedeur Sanders is outgoing and never seems to shut up. I mean, you see him on the sidelines, yak, 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 yak. And I think people are walking away from him because it's like, this is overload too much for me. All right. And then you've got, Dylan Gabriel, a stern looking, I'm a competitor. I'm a baby-faced killer. That's what I am.
Billy the Kid or
Yeah.
Dylan the Kid.
Yeah. I just, for the life of me, I don't know why somebody would say that, but it was definitely, I mean, there are competitors and entertainers. Who is he referring to?
Yeah, I mean, that's poor. But, I mean, that's about the first time that Adidas ever interviewed somebody, and they hadn't had to stoop over to talk into the microphone. So, anyway.
I'm not sure that, and Gabriel did have a good first quarter. But, again, you have to look at the Browns situation is we haven't seen their first string defense. We don't know what the Browns defense is really going to be capable of, but we do know that Joe Flacco is capable of putting up yardage and interceptions.
Yep.
And turnovers will kill this team because they're just not good enough to overcome them. And if there wasn't a better illustration than this, so, and I noticed that Mary Kay Cabot, who will
our favorite.
Oh, yeah. She'll do anything for Dylan Gabriel to win whatever the war is with Shedeur Sanders. And she said, and on the pick six, which wasn't all his fault. It's like, you know something? He threw the fucking ball, you dumb bitch. And I'm sorry, I don't want to be sexist, but God damn it. Look, it was a bad play call. There were two receivers in the same part of the field. That's not supposed to happen. But the quarterback controls whether he throws the ball away or he tries to jam it in. Yeah. But he's a real competitor, isn't he? Rah-rah, sis-boo-bah. It was his fault. Well, every turnover that a quarterback makes, unless it's like a drop by a receiver that falls into the hands of a
bounces off of somebody, But
no,
I think Gabriel's rattled by Sanders. If he's making that comment in an interview and he's pressing in a throw like that throw that had no hope of actually connecting with a Browns player, I mean, I think he looks rattled in the competition. So he's not loose.
I'll tell you the other thing, and it would be frustrating if you were Dylan Gabriel, and that's. Everybody's talking about Shedeur Sanders, and all of the attention is, Shedeur's not going to play this week, and they're optimistic that Shedeur's going to play in the final preseason game, and is Shedeur going to live up to his pre-draft situation, and is Shedeur really going to be the big surprise? And you look at their stats, and the difference was a 72 rating efficiency for Gabriel because
of the interception.
That's right. And at 100.6 or 106 for Shedeur because he did not turn the ball over. The higher percentage completion was Dylan Gabriel. The yardage was almost the same in the half that they played.
It looked to be the same. I think the one thing that's looking really good so far is that we're not dropping passes. Now, I don't know whether that's down to the quarterback's touch that we've been seeing these past two games or whether we actually have receivers that can catch balls. But,
it's hard to say because they were catching Sanders passes and they were catching Gabriel
exactly.
passes. I mean, but that's not our first string. They're the guys trying desperately to make the team, but the hitting is harder. The game is faster. What we're seeing right now is a slow motion version.
Well, the Eagles weren't fucking trying out there.
Going through the motions. It's like we just want to go through
anybody hurt.
We don't want to get hurt. We don't want anyone to get hurt, so we're going to trot through this. And this is true of every preseason game, and you can't put too much into it. Has nothing to
Yeah.
do with the result. The final score means nothing.
Yeah.
I can only assess individual players, and this again, people are going to choose their champion, and uh, he should have thrown it away, but he thought he could. The thinking he
Wow.
could make it in the tiny window is what leads to bad decision making, and those are the things that are check marks in the bad category. You live to fight another day if you're a real competitor, and you don't try to get it all at once. And the frustration that Flacco showed last year, where he would go for too much and he would just force something and he'd end up with picks.
2 years ago now.
Yeah, 2 years ago. That's right. Last year, I don't know. I didn't watch him. And and look, I'm gonna Jeffrey. I'll tell you this: and we haven't seen him, but we have seen we have seen Kenny Pickett. All right.
Oh God,
is Kenny Pickett any better than the two rookies? And the answer,
Snoop. I mean, he's Snoop.
I watched him play, and he isn't good, and he's not going to get better than what he is. He's already shown what he does in real time in the NFL, and we've got two young guys. Why can't they both make the squad? Why not? I mean, I mean, it's obvious Snoop Huntley can't make this. I mean, he's awful. I mean, just awful. You can't game plan for a guy like Snoop Huntley. He's got a weak arm, and he's not athletic enough. He's not fast enough. He's not tall enough. He's not strong enough. You can't do it. So there's it, to my way of thinking, Kenny Pickett's been hurt and he hasn't come back. Fuck him. Get rid of him. We don't need him. Let him go someplace else. There are teams that obviously can use somebody in second or third string who he's in good enough shape to carry a clipboard around on the sideline. But if you are serious about developing a future for this organization, because we all agree that the Browns aren't going to be that good this year. If you're interested in building the future, give the two young quarterbacks an opportunity to get exposed to the league and get used to it and see who thrives and see who withers. If they both wither and they turn into DTRs or whatever, well, you have two first round picks next year. You'll pick your quarterback. But you've got nothing to lose by keeping the two young guys. So help me God, if they get rid of one of these two young guys and they turn into something really,
they inevitably will.
And you at this point, you live with what you've got. And Flacco is a placeholder. He's 40 years old, and you really would like a situation. I always mention Gary Danielson because of Bernie Kosar. You're always looking for a guy who knows his place. And the problem is Flacco really believes he can still play a full season. Flacco believes this and that. But Flacco's got a family and children at home, and I don't want to see him get hurt.
Nobody wants to see him get crippled.
Nice guy, and still has a tremendously strong arm, but he's not evasive at all. And God only knows if the Browns' offensive line just desecrates itself with injuries, he's going to be a sitting duck, and he's going to get hurt.
All that has to happen is DeJuan Jones just fall asleep on one play, and Flacco is stretchered out to the hospital. I mean, it can't be good.
Yeah. So I am in favor of Flacco starting and the two rookies making the team, and put the pressure of the final preseason game on those two young men and see who eats up the moment and who doesn't. And that's your second string quarterback. And then your third string quarterback's the other one. And, during the course of, the season where there just isn't much practice time, it's going to be Flacco who gets the reps. And hopefully the second string guy will get some reps. but you're going to see more of the second string quarterback being the taxi quarterback for the
I
defense.
think what could be slightly interesting is that one's left-handed, the other one's right-handed. Unless you can maybe like cross up other defenses by playing one quarter and the other quarter, or something along those lines.
Well, Deontay Johnson has been disappointing.
He's over.
A no-show, and this is the story of his career. And I didn't expect him to be anything, and I accept that he's trouble wherever he goes. So I'm really not high on him whatsoever, and I don't think he's going to make the team. And there's, hey, buddy, R. Jones. Hey, buddy, listening with my mom, Kathy, would like a little Timmy Bartholomew shout. All right.
That's got to be the only Timmy Bartholomew fan there in the world.
For those people who don't know who Timmy Bartholomew is, he was a kid who used to call me when I was a radio disc jockey back when I was 17 years of age. And he was a little kid, and he would call the request line, and he would always request the same stupid songs. Like there were 2 or 3 songs, and it was ridiculous. And he would always say his full name. He go, that would wait. You knew it was him. And then he go, Timmy Bartholomew. It's like, I'm running a top 40 board and songs running out. Timmy Bartholomew. That's why, because I was just wondering if you could play me a song. And it's like, oh, for God's sakes.
Please tell us what your song's going to be, Timmy.
Yeah, and there were 2 callers that used to plague me when I was a disc jockey, and he was Timmy, one of them, yeah. Little Timmy Bartholomew, who I've kept as a character, like Bart Simpson. He never gets older. It's like,
yeah, he's permanently 9 years old.
Yeah, will always be that kid, right? And the other one, I don't even know what his name was. He would just call up, and he'd go, "Yeah, could you play a baby falling in love?" Now, Hamilton, Joe Franken Reynolds was the act who did the song, and I don't expect people to know that. But these 2 callers used to plague me. So, hi there, Kathy. I hope to see you at the Red Lobster sometime. Okay, enough of that.
You should do Tommy Turntable. Now, this goes out to Timmy Bartholomew.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. As far as, and I would tend to agree that I think the rookies show more promise and have more potential upside than Kenny Pickett. That's what I would say. And I mean, right now, but you've got a head coach who is, he's the guy who still does the safety dance.
Oh, he is a mule. He can't be any more mule-headed than anybody we've ever seen.
So, it's like, Joe Flacco's 40. We got to have somebody who's a tested, proven starter, even though he blows monkey chunks. And I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with, but it's not like that. You dumb Newt Rockney. We're going to go out and knock the block off. It wasn't that kind of dumb blockhead thing with Stefanski. It's like,
Lovey.
My pedigree from the Ivy League is such that I am infallible.
Yes.
God and myself, infallible.
Yes.
And we're going to add somebody to the stage. R. Jones!
Boo!
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, dude? Here's Mom. Here's Kathy.
There's the Red Lobster lady. Hello.
Hi, Lobster Lady.
Hi.
Dear. She was a rock, dear. Lobster.
Okay. Shout out. Hello.
Yeah. Where are you guys calling from? You're up around.
Yeah, around the Midway Mall area. We're in North Ridgeville.
Good for you. Good for you. It's nice to see you guys.
We've been listening for a long time. As you can see, I'm always requesting your voiceovers.
It creates brain damage, and I can tell.
Yeah.
But the more that you end up
I
viewing
have
this
CT
program,
listening
yeah,
to the program for so long.
the intelligence quotient,
It drops.
Don't worry, I've been doing. Say what? Oh, you're breaking up.
Mom was just chiming in. My connection isn't so great, but I'll hop back on sometime soon when it's better.
Yeah, okay. It was good seeing you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great. There's nothing better than pixelated mom. You know.
Yeah.
So I like seeing the people.
I think it's disturbing that the moms of the viewers are younger than I am and you are. I think that's that's well disturbing.
I'm like Anx. I'm like the Brontosaurus. Thunk, thunk, thunk. You know.
I remember Jim fucking Brown when he was Jim Brown.
No, I mean, my wife has got me watching the Game of Thrones, the old TV series.
Okay.
Yeah, the Middle Ages, and I feel like, man, I can kind of relate to this. You know,
Yes.
I remember that dragon.
Some of that shit.
Yeah. And again, the Browns got it right drafting Sanders, but messed up drafting Gabriel in the third
round pick. We should have a third round pick.
And we've seen a lot of third round picks for the Browns who tried to get a quarterback that way who don't make it. But quite honestly, I don't think that Dylan Gabriel is a guy who is getting a lot of national hype as an NFL player. As a college player, yeah, but Tim Tebow got a lot of hype as a college player.
Yeah.
You have to kind of look at where their skill set might be for the next step. And there's been a lot more talk, and there was a lot more talk about Shedeur until, it
happened.
But until the conspiracy in the NFL to drop him. And we'll never know the full story of that, but I'm sure that it was because his father is an entertainer, not a competitor.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had heard some rumors that the Giants room is where some of the comments about Shedeur leaked out. The Giants draft room.
About in what comments leaked out? I'm sorry.
Supposedly about his attitude and stuff like that.
Well, I would trust the New York Giants. I mean, they know a real good quarterback in the draft when they see him.
And their general manager, whoever it is now.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. The kicker, the kicker is auditioning for a job somewhere in the NFL, and he did himself some good.
Yeah.
What's his name now?
Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was Schmidt.
We got him from the Russian front. We sent Sergeant Schultz to the Russian front and brought Schmidt in.
Yeah, it's interesting. Renee says we don't even claim Gwen Stefani.
Yeah. No doubt.
Don't speak. Oh God, it's funny.
Gabriel's going to end up caught up in spider webs.
Yeah. There's nothing you can say about a game like this realistically, except the first half of the game, they came out ready to play. The defense looked like it was playing hard. The Philadelphia team didn't look like they were interested, and they weren't playing at all very fast or anything like that. I would say
DTR still stinks.
I was going to say that if Jalen Hurts gets hurt, then they're in big trouble.
They're dead.
They're in big trouble, and they don't have a quarterback, and that will really hurt them. Hey, and there's Topaz coming in.
What does Topaz think of all that?
Hey, Topaz. How you doing, boy? Good to see you, Pupster.
No.
Not DTR.
No, not DTR again. I want to bite the screen.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I've heard that I think he might get the starters next week.
Who?
Stefanski might play the starters next week.
I think probably for 2 or 3 series. That would be the typical Ivy League. That's the way it's done where I come from kind of thing. So yeah, I don't think that there's again, it's the flow of a game that matters, and they just want players to hit the field and get a little timing, a little this, a little that. They know the speed of the game. They know what they're working with. But I will say this, that in the last several years of Kevin Stefanski, and we come into week one and we're still moving in preseason speed, and the other teams are just running circles around us. And
particularly when it's hot, when it's hot weather like today. I mean, we all.
Well, it would depend on the season. Like 2 years ago, when you opened that home against the Bengals and you beat them 24-3, that was kind of a different story.
Yeah, it's
that was Nick Chubb's last full game.
And by the way,
Yes.
I was asking Big Ounce, the guy who came on the air for the Texans, he's a big Texans fan, how Nick Chubb was looking. I saw that he had 5 carries for 25 yards. That's all I saw. Wow. And I don't know if he played any more than that. But he did not respond. So I got a couple of sarcastic responses, about, well, what did you expect? And it's like, I'm not criticizing him. I want him to do well. I want him to lift his leg and urinate all over the Browns front office. That's what I would like him to do. I want him to succeed. I don't want him to fail.
Was there any one particular player in this game who stood out to you?
Jabari Thrash definitely looked like he was going over the middle, catching balls, and was playing pretty fearlessly.
Their tight end, that Cade, whatever his name, Davis.
Right.
He's a receiver, actually.
Yeah, he is a wideout. But I would say offensively that it was Thrash. Defensively, it is really hard to say, because most of these players, I saw that Shelby Harris was in on a big play, and I saw that Nathaniel Watson was in on a big play that got nullified.
Isaiah McGuire.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's some people that we've seen in year past, but there's just such a huge difference. It's just like being successful in the developmental league and in the G League, is quite honestly different than the next step up. And
I'm not sure. To me, at least, it looks like we may have a decent D line depth wise. It looks like we got good guys all up and down that line.
Well, that's the feeling that has been presented in the press, that the defensive line, and we didn't even see Mason Graham, we didn't see Schwesinger, we didn't see Myles Garrett, but that there's some depth there, and which is good. Schwartz defense is really all about keeping fresh bodies in the game and bringing pressure, not necessarily sacks, but bringing pressure and collapsing the pocket and getting into the backfield. And, it's great to have depth. And, we'll see. Every year, we look at this, we say, hey, we could do this. And then as soon as the season begins, you see when the speed warps up, it's really, really difficult for players of lesser skill level to stand up to stuff. And you wonder how long before Denzel Ward will get a concussion. And Newsom's already hurt because he's very small. There's not depth in our defensive backfield, and that's going to be a problem. If teams see that our strength is our defensive line with depth, what they're going to do is they're going to pick on our secondary. And that's how you end up being beaten badly. We were watching Bill Belichick football, you knew you were going to lose, but it was going to be like 19-10.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing. But if you're giving up chunk plays, the game's not going to be close.
Oh, bets are off.
Yeah. So, I wish there was more I could say about this, but honestly,
really isn't.
No. I mean, the takeaway that I wanted to see was that Dylan Gabriel looked like he belonged out there. He looked like a young quarterback who made a couple of plays. The handoff that he blew, he was in the wrong position, and you just can't hand a ball over like that.
Yeah.
And it was bad judgment throwing the pick six into traffic. But he looked like he was definitive when he went back to pass, getting his feet in the right position and getting his body weight moving forward. The ball got from his hands to the receiver's hands quickly enough, a lot of quick passes. And for the life of me, he looked like Kevin Stefanski's wet dream quarterback.
Yeah.
That's
he mechanically, he looked pretty sound.
Yeah.
Other than,
And I would say that Shedeur Sanders would be the antipathy of the wet dream quarterback for Kevin Stefanski. And I really think that Kevin Stefanski's job is on the line this year. There will be nobody left to blame. They've been blaming offensive coordinators like Ken Dorsey. They will blame
everybody.
Yeah. His time will come. It's just like, eventually death comes to all NFL head coaches. And
you need the James Earl Jones voice for that.
Yeah. And honestly, he's going to go with who he feels more comfortable with. And his personality and Shedeur's personality is diametrically opposed.
They seem totally different. I mean, Dylan Gabriel definitely looks like a yes man out there. Like yes coach, yes.
Well,
coach.
And that interview, he looked like fucking Niedermeyer. I mean, no,
yeah.
I'm
a
serious.
5'9" version of Niedermeyer. Yeah,
yeah,
or 5'8".
So I don't know. I think what will make preseason game 3 the finale of significance is that I hope to God all of our starters come out healthy and they get pulled after 2 or 3 series, and then let the fun begin and let each quarterback play. And you got to let them get rhythm when they play, but you can't give one guy garbage time and another one semi-competitive time. You have to have a basis by which you judge them. And my only concern is that Stefanski's already prejudged.
Yeah.
That would be my concern.
What you're suggesting is that they rotate series. And
but that's really difficult. And you saw that's exactly what the Eagles were doing. And it was like,
know who was coming in and who wasn't.
Well, it got down to the point is which guy's going to get his pass batted down. It was more running game centric with Kyle McCord, and it was panic oriented with DTR. So again, I'd like to see this to be a fair competition, but and the bravado all goes to Shedeur, but that doesn't mean anything.
No,
because lots of guys have come into the league cocky and left the league, broken hearted. Guys, Johnny Manziel and all of that bullshit.
The old money.
Now, this game will chew you up. It's a man's game. So, at any rate, that's what I've got for you. And I know that a lot of people are. We're not getting the usual viewership at a post-game show because honestly,
nobody
doesn't
cares.
Count for anything. But we'll be back for on Monday. We'll be back
Monday.
Yep, we'll be talking more about this to see what the fallout is from any of the comments that were made. And we'll see what Kevin Stefanski has to say, which will be nothing. It'll be a riddle hidden within an enigma. I don't think that you're going to hear anything substantial from him, but we'll be doing the show at 5:00 Eastern Standard Time on Monday. And then we'll be back again on Saturday doing this all over again and maybe having a little bit more substance that we can talk about. But guys, thank you, David.
The enigma will be the return to innocence.
Okay.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you. That's very clever.
Yeah.
And thank you to R. Jones and your mom, Kathy.
That's the first time we've had somebody's mother on the air, I think.
That's true.
Yeah. That's very brave of her, I think.
Yeah, it's Stacy's mom.
Yeah. Oh.
What is she's got it going on?
Yeah, she's got it going on. Yeah, Kathy's got it going on. I mean,
Rachel Hunter, Stacy's mom.
You know what? What Kathy does? She works at the Red Lobster. She really does. And like the customers will say to her, "Hey, do you got crab legs?" And she'll turn around, and Kathy will say, "No, they look just like yours. See?" And flash him a little leg.
Wow, that's fun. That's a fun girl.
Yeah. Hey, you can tell they're nice people, and all the people who are viewers of this program are nice people. If only the host could be a nice person.
Well, we keep hoping.
Yeah, I know. So thanks to everybody. Thanks, David. Thanks, Moose. And thank you, Cleveland Browns, for winning a preseason game that doesn't really matter. But hey, it gives us a feeling that, we ended up with more points than the other team. We'll be back again on Monday. Until then, have a good rest of your weekend. Don't stay out in that sun too long. Holy cannoli. We're talking 97 degree heat indexes here in Northeast Ohio. Stay put. Stay inside your air conditioning.
Chris Rose did mention something about Scotland. It was fucking hot in Scotland this week, I can assure you. So it was hot there too. So
all right. So thanks everybody, and we will see you Monday. Until then, go Browns. Hasta la vista, Pastor Heads. Bye.